everyone. Today's topic is pedigree analysis. First, I will explain the symbols used in pedigree analysis. Following symbols are used in pedigree analysis. A square represents male, a circle represents female. This symbol represents sex unspecified, and if this square or circle, if they are shaded, it represents the individual is affected, means it is suffering from the disease about inheritance we are studying. A single line between male and female represents mating, and a double line between male and female represents mating between relatives. And if we write like this, it means this represents parents and this represents offspring. This is the first child, this is the second child, and this represents what? That this mating resulted in one child and the child is affected because it is shaded. If the cross or a line, horizontal line is drawn, it represents recessive allele. And if in the symbol of male and female, line is drawn like this, it represents death, and if it is partly shaded, it represents heterozygous condition. Okay. Now I will explain that this is what I have drawn. This is a pedigree. Okay, this is the pedigree of an autosomal dominant disease. The name is myotonic dystrophy. First I will try to study this pedigree. What it is showing, that this line is representing parents. Female is affected. Okay, now it results in how many children? 1, 2, 3. This is showing mating. So this is third child. This is fourth child. So one male and one female are affected, and one female and one male are normal. Okay. Now when this normal mates with another normal, all the offsprings are normal. But when this affected child marries with another normal, what happens? Again that one child is showing the disease what? That it is affected. Now there are two things, that a disease may be inherited dominantly or recessive. How can we find through this pedigree that a given disease is dominant or recessive? If a disease appears in all the generation, it is dominant. See how it is dominant. In first generation it appears, in the next generation 2 children are showing. Here none of them are affected, so in the next generation also we didn't find any child affected. Here one parent is suffering, in the next generation also we found that the one parent is suffering. So we can find whether a disease is, whether or any condition is dominant or recessive. If it appears in all generation, dominant. If it skips a generation, it is recessive. Now the second is, we have to find whether the gene is present in autosome or sex chromosome. If it is present in autosome, it appears in both the sexes. Here we can see that both male and female both are affected. It means the gene is present on autosome. So through the help of this pedigree analysis, we can find that this disease, myotonic dystrophy, is autosomal dominant. Now here is a pedigree of a autosomal recessive sickle cell anemia. We know that we have already studied the sickle cell anemia, that both the parents are carrier, then the child is affected. You can see that it skips, parents do not have disease but children are showing. It means it is recessive, it is not dominant. Now second, we have to find whether it is autosomal or sex linked. Since the disease is shown in both the sexes, male and female, it is a autosomal. Had it been only in one sex, it would have been recessive. Just like we have read in hemophilia, that the disease appears only in the male. Okay, now I will show you one more slide. See, this is a pedigree chart. By studying this pedigree chart, we have to answer certain questions. Okay, now this is the first generation. Can you see that the male is affected? Okay? In the second generation, male and this female and male affected, and this child is what? Normal. When it marries a normal, in the next generation the disease appears. So what do you think? Is it, the first question is is the trait recessive or dominant? Yes, it is recessive, because you can say that here in this generation it is present, here also it is dominant. But if you observe this pedigree, it is not present in this generation, but it appears in the next generation. It means the disease is not present in all generation, hence it is recessive. Next question is the trait sex linked or autosomal? See, it is affecting both male and female equally, hence it is autosomal, it is not sex linked. Now the next question is, give the genotype of the parent in generation 1 and their third and fourth child, means this and this child, in generation 2. Okay, now see what would be the first I will tell you genotype of the parent. Now the genotype of the parent in generation 1, it would be, see, first would be, because it is unaffected, its genotype would be capital A, small a, and it would be small a, because it is a recessive. So naturally all the recessive will have this genotype. Again, what the next question is asking, that what is the genotype of the third and fourth child, means this and this child. This also it will be recessive, it will this, and this will have capital A, small a. Now you can ask that it is not showing, why I am showing a heterozygous condition, why I did not write capital A, capital. Had this parent been capital A, then none of the child would have shown the disease, isn't it? Because all will have one capital A, and since they are showing, it means this parent is not homozygous, but it is heterozygous, and the same is here. I hope you have understood. Now I will show another, this pedigree chart. We also have to study this pedigree chart, and you have to again answer the same question, is the trait recessive or dominant? So let's find, in this generation the disease is there, in this generation also second appears, in the third. So it is appearing in all the generation, it means the disease is dominant. Second question is the trait sex linked or autosomal? Appearing equally in male and female. So it is what? Autosomal. It is not sex linked. Okay. Now the third question is, give the genotype of the parents shown in generation 1. Okay, one by one I will tell you. What is the genotype of the parent shown in generation 1? So the genotype of this mother will be small a, and father will have, okay. Now the second is, and their third child shown in generation 2, means this, we have to write this, it will be capital A and small a, and the first grandchild, means this one shown in generation 3, it will also show capital A and small a. Now try to understand what I said, that this disease is what? Dominant. Okay, this disease is dominant. It means even one copy